So class, today we will start our next new chapter, that is chapter number 7, Valuable Plants and Trees. So our first topic is plants and trees. As you can see in the slide, we find different types of plants and trees around us. They vary in size, shape and color. They add to the beauty of a place. They provide shade, fresh air and various other useful products. Plants and trees are a valuable natural resource. They are primary food producer and form an important part of food chain. Trees take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during photosynthesis and release oxygen. We need oxygen to breathe. Now class, we will discuss about the types of trees. So there are different types of trees. First is flowering trees like cherry, muskogee. Then we have common trees like tamarind tree, guava tree, peepal tree, banyan tree. Then we have coniferous trees, that is fir, pine, spruce. These are like pointed trees. Okay, coniferous trees mostly are pointed trees and these are mainly found where there is snowfall. Deciduous trees, oak, maple, wood maple. Okay. Now, what are the main uses of trees? So, the next heading is trees are useful and how? Trees provide habitat to a large number of animals, birds, and insects. Then, trees provide useful products such as gum, paper, timber, medicines. Next, dead plants decompose to form humus, a material that provides nutrient to the soil. Then next point is the transpiration, passage of water vapor in trees also increases the humidity of a place and results in rainfall. Then the next point is roots of trees help to hold the soil firmly in its place and prevent soil erosion and landslides. Next point is fossil fuels such as coal and petroleum are obtained from the dead remains of plants and animals that were buried under the earth's crust millions years ago. Now coming to the next topic class, that is deforestation, that means cutting down the trees. So it is sad to see humans carelessly cutting down the trees. They do not realize that it will create an imbalance in nature and affect the environment. So what are the main causes of deforestation? Number one, due to increasing population, we need more land for agriculture, building houses, constructing roads, railway tracks, dams, etc. So forests are being cut to get land for all this purpose. Number two purpose of deforestation is wood is one of the main reason for which trees are felled. In the village, it is used as fuel. Often animals like cattle, goat and sheep are left to graze on the same patch of land, causing deforestation. Here class, graze means to let the cattle eat the plants. When the cattle eat plants or grass, that is known as grazing. Okay class, now coming to the next topic, that is effects of deforestation. Deforestation has a long-term harmful impact not only on the environment but also on human beings. So the first one is when trees are cut down, there will be no roots to bind the soil. It will be washed away by wind or flowing water, and the earth will be barren. No crop can grow without soil. Next point is trees provide oxygen to us. In the absence of trees, the amount of carbon dioxide in air will increase. Animals and human beings will have difficulty in breathing. Next point is birds and animals will lose their natural habitat due to deforestation. Next point is the atmosphere will become dry with less rainfall. Next point is trees bind the soil as well as absorb rainwater that falls on earth. Excessive cutting of trees will lead to natural calamities like landslides and flood. Now coming to the next topic class, that is conservation of trees. That means how can we conserve the trees? How can we save the trees? So, trees are very valuable. If we conserve trees, it will protect the resources like water, soil, air, and animal. Here are some simple ways to conserve trees. So, the first point is planting more trees. Trees should be planted especially in those areas where forests have been destroyed. These days, both the government and private organizations are taking steps towards afforestation. Afforestation means students planting of trees. Okay. Coming to the next point, that is cutting down trees in a systematic way. It means cutting only some of the trees from an area according to the need. The trees that remain prevent soil erosion. They also make seeds for new trees to grow. Next point is preventing fire. Fire causes a lot of destruction. The entire vegetation gets burnt. Fire may be caused due to carelessness of the people. It may also be caused by natural method like lightning. We should be careful not to make a bonfire or use matchstick near trees. Next point is protecting trees from diseases and pests. Many trees are destroyed by diseases and insects. Such infected trees should be cut down. Insecticide and pesticide should be sprayed on them. Next point is protecting plants from overgrazing. Overgrazing by animals like sheep, goats, and cattle must be prevented. They eat small plants or trample on them. Sometimes the roots and trunks of the plant get damaged. Now coming to the next topic, that is Van Mahotsava. It is an annual festival during which trees are planted throughout the country. Students in schools plant saplings and participate in debates, discussions, and drawing competitions. The theme focuses on preserving and conserving the forest. All of us should participate in Van Mahotsava by planting trees in our neighborhood. Now coming to our next topic class, that is the Chipku movement. So this is a very famous movement that happened to save the forest. In the year 1974, there was a huge protest against cutting down of trees in the forest of Garhwal Himalayan region. Peasant women formed a circle around the trees and didn't allow the contractors of the forest department to fell the trees. This movement gradually spread throughout the India and came to be known as Chipku Movement. Chipku means to hug or to embrace. If you cut one tree, plant at least three others is the motto of the Chipku Movement. So class, here we complete our chapter. I hope that all of you have understood it well. That's all for today's class. Thank you class.